My professional diagnosis of this patient is mentally unstable. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm the new doctor in this place. So guess what? You know what I say to you, Doc? I say, your diagnosis is dead. D-E-A-D, dead. Oh, my doctor's down there. He's currently unconscious, so he'll probably die in the next few minutes. Probably has a concussion when he hit the floor. So where was I? Oh, yes. Oh, and Doc, when you wake up, you can call 911. I don't think they'll be able to do anything, though. Okay, moving right along. What do you see here? Do you see a playing card, or do you see a work of art? That's pointless. What do you say we just read my file, huh? Let's see, blah, 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 unstable, blah, 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 Stockholm Syndrome, I've heard enough. Okay, peoples. My big April Fool's Day plans are finally going to be revealed for you. Yes. You want to know what they are? Well, guess what? So I got to talking to Mr. J, and he told me that the big plan we're going to do for the big April Fool's Day prank is that we're going to take over. Well, actually, I don't think I need to whisper that, considering the fact that it's already begun, really. I took out my doctor. He was writing notes. Stole his glasses and his cell phone, and you know the rest. But, so we're taking over. It's the greatest prank of all, isn't it? The inmates taking over the mental institution. Sure, we've done it like 5 times before, but this time it'll work. These don't do a thing for me. So, I made up my patient number thing. I couldn't remember it. Apparently it's 6235683 or something like that. So, now what do? You're probably wondering. Well, before he knocked out, I asked him if he had any last requests or anything. He isn't dead yet, but he's gonna die soon. I'll give you that. He actually wanted to know what's the deal with me and the Joker. Or rather, should I say me and Mr. J? He actually just... Okay, he didn't really quite say that. Oh, excuse me for a second. Okay, he didn't really quite say that, but he was looking like he wanted to ask that. Although it was hard for him to say anything, considering the fact that he had just got his throat slit open with a pen. But we are going to move right along into answering this question. Okay, people. You're wondering what the deal is with me and Mr. J. Okay. Let's go ahead and explain this. I don't want to go into this very much. I already have to do this with Red all the time, so... Oh, I know. Back when I first started interning here at Arkham, I was jazzed. I was excited. Before I even showed up, my fiance, I'm not going to go into that story. That's a later date. But, I knew from before I even showed up that I was going to write a series of these big tell-all books about each of these inmates here, the big names, and I was going to be rich and famous, and let's be honest, that was never going to happen. But I thought it was, so. And I had one person in mind for the first one, the big one, the one that sent me to the top, Mr. J. As soon as I realized that he was going to try to manipulate me into falling in love with him, I was like, ooh, this is good. So I had a plan set in my brain. I thought, okay, I'll manipulate him while he's manipulating me. Sort of. It's like Inception, only in a mental institution, to say the least. So, we're both manipulating each other. And I actually thought I was winning. I really did. I thought I was winning. I'm like, oh, he thinks I'm in love with him. He's not going to get to me. I'm going to get to him. And I should have known not to try that. So we both were manipulating each other, but he was winning, of course. And I don't know when it happened, but I just couldn't stop thinking about him one day. Then it sort of got worse and worse, and like, it got to the point in our sessions where we didn't even talk anymore. We just sort of kissed and held each other, and I think I was falling for him as much as he was falling for me, and it was sort of weird. It was this odd sensation. I hadn't felt love like this ever. Not with a person whose name starts with a G, and not with anyone else. And this was amazing. And then that week he escaped. I was on edge. I couldn't stop thinking about him. He haunted my dreams every night and cursed my thoughts every day, and it was a nightmare. I felt like I was losing it. For the first time ever, I felt like I was totally losing it. And then he showed up again, and at first I was so relieved. I was like, oh, he's back. I don't have to obsess over him anymore. He's here. But then I realized how badly hurt he was, and I just snapped. It was like I was a twig, like my whole life was like a twig, and it just snapped. As Jade been bending it, and then Batman made it snap. Yeah, that's right, B-Man messed me up. I genuinely believed that, and then I broke into Arkham after I raided a costume store, and we've been laughing all the way ever since. And that really doesn't answer your question, but to describe our relationship, I would have to say, if a kid has a ball, he doesn't play with it. You take a ball away, the kid can't live without it. Does that answer your question? I just went deep on you. That's right, I just went deep. So, sorry I got all deepy there. I'm gonna grab these glasses. I'm gonna grab this file. And I am going to go join Mr. J, and we are going to set fire to Dr. Arkham's office. So, when you hear about us on the news, don't be too surprised. So, I think that guy's waking up. Okay, I guess he's gonna call 911. So, bye! Happy April Fool's Day!